Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, My Social Thread. My name's Crystal and today I'm doing a slightly different vlog. I'm sharing with you the interview I did with Yusuf from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, and this is the first interview I've done with a fabric store owner, and I think it's quite a nice thing to do because I don't know about you, but me personally, I quite like the idea of seeing and knowing sort of the names and the faces behind these fabric stores. I think it makes them more approachable. Like, oddly, it makes me want to buy fabric from a company that I perhaps know the owner or that I've seen the face of the owner. I think it just makes them more relatable. Yusuf himself, he's a working dad, and I think most of my viewers as well, everybody's sort of juggling between various sort of obligations in their lives, whether they're working mums or dads, or whether they're juggling between a hobby and a career and other obligations. So it just makes them a bit more relatable. I do have a couple more fabric store owner interviews coming up, so please look out for those. And hopefully also this gives you an opportunity to see the faces behind your beloved fabric stores, and that may hopefully urge you to support these independent retailers as well. Just to say, I did video the interview in my front room, which is a slightly darker room, and also the video may not be the best quality or sound. I used Zoom. It's my first time sort of arranging this sort of Zoom interview, but hopefully you will still enjoy the interview. Also, I do believe I shout a little bit, and I may also have cut Yusuf off at certain times, so I do apologize to Yusuf in that regard. Just to say, I'm just wearing my chalk and notch fringe dress here at the moment, with my latest make, the Harper cardigan from Sinclair Patterns. I will be going through more details about this make in my Friday sews, so please watch out for that. And without further ado, I will put the interview on for you. I hope you enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, My Social Thread. I'm Crystal, and today we are joined by a special guest. His name is Yusuf, or aka Mr. Rainbow Fabrics in Kilburn. Hello Yusuf, thank you very much for joining us. How are you today?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I am fine. I'm very well. Thank you so much. I've just come back from my wholesalers, so I've got a big smile on my face.
Excellent, excellent. So today we thought we'd do a quick interview with Yusuf, a couple of quick fire questions, and maybe something special at the end of this video. I wonder what that could be. Lovely. Okay, Yusuf. So Yusuf is married. He's got 2 children, and he lives. Do you live in London, Yusuf?
Yeah, I live in London, Northwest London.
And obviously he runs or owns Rainbow Fabrics in Kilburn. Tell me a little bit more about the company.
So basically it's my father started the business in 1992. So Amazing. It's almost 30 years old. They started it with only 2 fabric rolls and maybe like 5 threads. That's exactly how it started. And it was very raw. It was in the market, and it's obviously developed over time.
Yes, it definitely has. It definitely has. But what a great testament to your father. Hardworking, 1992. What did you say? 3 fabrics and a couple of threads?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's what I tried.
Well done, Dad. Well done, Daddy, Mr. Rainbow Fabrics.
Yes, original Rainbow Fabrics.
Who runs the company day to day, Yusuf?
So basically, we kind of split it into 2 now. So my father runs the shop front, basically shop, and I run the online shop.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And where is the shop front, if you don't mind telling our viewers the address?
So the shop front is in Kilburn in London, Northwest London. So if you guys are around or coming to London or nearby, then do pop in. Because not only because obviously our lovely staff, and it's a very nice atmosphere and lovely fabrics, but we also have fabrics in there that we don't actually have online. So there's some special stuff that we keep just for the shop. So yeah.
Amazing. There you go, guys. That's a personal invitation from Yusuf himself. And the next question is, why sell fabric? Why did your dad decide to start selling fabric?
Well, basically, so my dad, obviously he wasn't born in the UK. He came from Pakistan. So my family is originally from Pakistan, and actually we had a close friend that was from Pakistan, and he started doing wholesale. And before the fabric business, my dad actually had a children's clothing business.
Amazing.
So I used to all be dressed up in like a sailor or a pilot, or I think, you know, in the 90s it was like that kind of trend. Dress the kid up as, yeah. So so after that, so my parents, you know, my parents' friends that were here, they started who started the wholesale. They go, why don't you start up a fabric business and we'll help you, we'll supply you with fabrics. And then, you know, it was very, I mean, there was obviously at that time there was more of a like a closer bond between families, in the sense where, you know, they used to meet each other and they used to recommend, and it was all word of mouth,
Lovely,
obviously at that time.
Yeah, just sort of the cultural close family ties is amazing, and it joins,
Exactly.
you know, family and business. It's a great thing if it works out and you all get on along quite nicely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who came up with the name?
That was actually like we sat down one day. I remember when I was quite young, and we all thought of we actually had two shops before. We actually used to be called Fabric City before, but we thought, you know what, that's a bit of a boring name, a bit of a rubbish name. So we changed it to Rainbow Fabrics and made it kind of inclusive, kind of like bright and black, you know, do you know what I mean? So it changed the whole kind of.
I was just going to say, when did you become sort of one of the It fabric stores? Do you know you're an It fabric store, by the way?
Well, that's very nice of you to say. But I mean, you know, there's a lot that we could talk about, but I would say one of the main things, there's a lot of things that helped us on the way to becoming quite prominent and quite big in the industry, like as an industry, but like the sewing community.
Yes.
And I would like to give a big shout out to Elisa Lex, because do you know Elisa Lex? I'm sure many of you must know Elisa Lex. That's right, she's the owner of By Hand London, and honestly, it was around. I remember one day we weren't even online. We weren't even on Instagram at one point when I first started. She came in and she goes, "Oh, what's this fabric?" I think I chose some fabric from a wholesaler. I started picking the fabrics, and it was a fabric called Cupro. And she was like, "Why don't you go online? Why don't you do this?"
Oh, wow.
And it started off like that, and literally she helped us kind of gain some followers, and then that's it. And then we've just been getting we've been so lucky to source some of the best fabrics. And then since then, it's the fabric doing the talking, really.
Amazing. I did not know that. That is actually fascinating. So a big shout out to Elisa Lex of By Hand London. The next question, how do you choose your fabric? Or do the suppliers sort of come?
I'm sorry, repeat that again, sir?
Sorry, how do you choose your fabric?
Honestly, it's without complimenting myself too much, I just use my eye. Like I just see something, I think, right, you know, if that looks good, that will look nice. The colourful stuff. You know, I've got you know, since I've been young, I've also like to call myself kind of trendy in the fashion. Like I like to wear unique stuff. So I've kind of like, I can kind of relate, if that makes sense. Like I like everyone's kind of trendy in the sewing community, and you know, they love the trends and they love like the funky stuff, and then they love the, you know, the normal stuff as well. So I'm kind of in the same boat, but obviously as a man. So in that sense, I can kind of relate to what kind of stuff I think it's quite unique and fun, and so I do tend to like look at I do tend to go into the women's section. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'll be that guy in the women's section, and people will be looking at me like, "What's this guy doing here?" Like, but I'm actually just browsing like the stock, just see what's trending, what's in, what's nice. So that helps. But yeah, that's literally that's why yeah.
Lovely. And can I ask, where are your suppliers? I know you've mentioned Turkey in the past. Do you have UK suppliers as well, or is it mostly from Europe or?
Predominantly UK. So what happens is that the fabric in the UK, what happens is it's slowly starting to cut down, but there's actually a lot of manufacturers still in UK that supply for the UK industry. For example, recently we've been getting a lot of Topshop, New Look, and Nobody's Child, for example, and they're all produced in the UK. Yes. So they are. So what happens is the wholesalers go to their warehouses once they've finished producing the fabric, and whatever's left over, we pick it up basically. So it's all Deadstock. So a lot of that is, I would say 60% of that is UK. That the fabric I bring in it comes in from a different country, but it ends up in UK and then it becomes Deadstock. And then obviously the rest is Turkey, Cyprus, China. China's a bit less now since coronavirus, but still China, a lot from Korea, and that's the predominantly kind of the main places.
Okay. And I guess your unique selling point is you do sell designer dead stock and at very, very good prices. How do you keep your prices so low in comparison to other? I mean, I know quite a few companies do a designer dead stock, but your prices are very, very competitive.
Thank you. So I think we kind of gone for like a different kind of business model. We tried to find like a business model that kind of you can cater to everyone, that suits everyone's needs. So what we tend to do, especially when it comes to buying fabrics, is that once I like a fabric, for example, I'll buy quite a fair bit of it. So it brings the price down, obviously, when you're buying in bulk, basically. That really helps. Our suppliers here are, they're very like, they tend to keep their prices down. I think buying dead stock in general is better because not only for the whole like the ethical part of it, but also in terms of price wise, it's much cheaper to buy than to go somewhere like, say for example, I like a print, I want to get it printed and sell it in my shop. That whole process is much more expensive.
Yeah,
you understand? So where dead stock, they're just trying to get rid of their old for them it's their old fabric, effectively their last stock's fabric, last season's fabric. So they're trying to sell it cheap. So that obviously that helps. And then obviously our business model is always like, let's sell it cheap, loads of big quantity. So that helps not only with us selling it quicker, also gets you guys much more variety of fabrics, like almost a new fabric drop every week almost. So
I was just going to say, with other companies that sell dead stock, apparently they're not allowed to say where it's from. But I know in your shop you have indicated sort of where, if it's from Marks and Spencer's or from New Look or from Ted Baker, for example. So are you allowed to say it, or are you not? Are you being a bit naughty? Or
I mean, some ways is that sometimes we message the companies and say, look, we kind of go down the route of like, look, we're selling your stock, your old stock. Would it be okay if we used your name? It would only, basically what I said to them was, it will only promote your business more and make you guys look more ethical. So most of the time they say yes. If they say no, we obviously say we don't do it. But most of the time it's not an issue.
That's very good. Can I ask, do you know anything about sewing at all? Do you sew? Do you know anything about sewing?
Not when I started, I'll be honest with you, but now I know a lot more, than I do. Basically in my household, my wife has started sewing because she's kind of jumped on the bandwagon because she gets free fabric, obviously. But she
show off her makes.
Yeah, I will actually. The children are not here, but they were wearing like outfits of the fabric that I made, so it was kind of cool. But we actually have a tailor like who's like, she's very good. Like she comes to our house. We give her the fabrics and then she makes like kind of the stuff we want, and so we do like, yeah, I know a fair bit.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's so nice. I think she should definitely go on Instagram. It'll promote your business as well with the fabrics. And it's nice to have that family connection as well. I was wondering, do you or your wife ever watch sewing vlogs at all?
My wife does, but I don't. I literally have zero time. Honestly, I have in this business, what it is at the moment, especially with the dead stock industry, it's a bit tricky at the moment because production, because of coronavirus, there's been like a period of where there's very little stock, because in that time of coronavirus, the main part, the first year, they obviously stopped making garments. They made very little garments, or they were very careful with how much they made. They didn't make too much. But now we're kind of feeling that effect, like businesses like ours who sort of rely on dead stock. So it's actually difficult to find dead stock. So sorry, I'm going away from topic here, but I'll explain why. So it's difficult to find dead stock. So I'm having to search very far and wide to get fabrics in, because there's actually a shortage of supply of dead stock fabrics. Hence why I went to Turkey a few months ago. I'm going up and down the country where there's people say, look, we've got packages, come and have a look. So I'm really occupied on that at the moment, which is fun. I'm not complaining.
Fun, yeah. But so I'm assuming you get excited over fabric as well, like we do.
That is Understatement. That's an understatement. Honestly, if you guys think any of you guys think you have a fabric buying addiction, then no, you don't. And you don't know me, and you don't know. I have taken over my my shop, my warehouse, and now my house is full of fabrics.
Yeah, no, and I guess you have a much larger budget than everybody else as well, I suppose.
We do. And you know what's funny is that I remember my wholesaler. He's also so excited about fabrics, and like honestly, it's so funny. Sometimes he'll call me at night time. He'll be like, "Yusuf, I've got some amazing fabric," and literally we'll have this conversation. And my wife will be, I'll be like, "Yeah, you know, how, you know, what color is it? How does it look?" And my wife will start getting worried. Like, who are you talking to? About who are you talking about?
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, that's
So,
lovely to hear. Just by the way, what is your favorite sort of base? Do you like linen, viscose? What's your favorite kind of fabric?
you know, it changes. It changes a lot. It changes from time to time. At the moment, I'm actually really liking viscose satin. We had a Zara Deadstock in viscose satin, and it was so beautiful. But it's because it's got that drape and it's got that sheen and shine to it, and it's a bit thicker than viscose, giving it a bit of body. And I really like that at the moment. But I like anything non-polyester. I'm happy with, like, and Tencel, Cupro. Cupro actually, we have kind of, like I said before, we kind of became famous. Not famous, but we kind of got a lot of followers, and we became quite trending because of Cupro. We got a Cupro from Japan that was incredible, and we're selling it so cheap, and that was like a really big stepping stone for us in the community.
I must try it. I've never sewn or bought Cupro before, but I must try it. Talking about fabric, when do you think your next fabric drop will be?
Wow, that's a good question. We we just had one, so the people who already I've seen that. We're having another one on Saturday.
Excellent.
And they're all in front of me.
Oh, are they? Oh,
yeah.
Coincidence. Oh, do you think we could have a sneak peek?
I think you can, yeah. Would you like to?
Yeah. Lovely, thank you.
Right, take you.
This is exciting, viewers.
Right. So, okay, let me turn on the light because it's gone dark and it started raining. Sorry, as you can see, this is my living room, as I was saying. So, right, okay, so where do I start? So this whole pile here.
The other way?
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Sorry, I'm having a bit of issue.
Oh. Yep, perfect, better.
Okay, it's not letting me do it, but I'm going to show it to you this way anyway.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, so, we've got some really, really nice fabric here. Loads of very summery stuff. And we got this in like 4 colors. And you guys are getting like first access to this. No one's actually seen this before.
Amazing.
We've got loads of stuff here. We've got this amazing star print. We've got some, and this actually I wasn't meant to show you, but I might as well. It's here now. These are all actually, I think these are all new look prints. And this is a Nobody Child. This is maybe for a drop later on in the month, but it's all getting ready.
Oh, lovely.
This is an old, yeah. Oh, we got those stuff. Yeah. So guys, you guys need to basically tune in on Saturday at 6 p.m.
So Saturday at 6 p.m. everybody, that's the next drop. Yusuf, are you going to do another ad on Instagram with a countdown? Because I thought that was quite useful.
Yes, we will be, definitely. We will be doing that too. We will be doing that. So check out around Friday when we'll be showing all the fabrics with a countdown, and there'll be loads of nice stuff. This whole month that we've got some incredible fabric. I mean, we've got so much fabric, like we have a lot. So we're dropping one every week this month. Hopefully this weather changes, and you guys will enjoy wearing it on the lovely Deadstock.
Lovely. And last but not least, you've shown us your fabric drop. Do you think you could give our viewers a cheeky discount?
Sure. We can. And we can give you guys a 20% off voucher, and for all your viewers. And I'll send you the code after, as soon as it's done. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I will post that code downstairs. Thank you so much, Yusuf, for your time. And
Thank you
just to
so much.
say, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, please follow Yusuf on Instagram, Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn. Visit his online store, Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, or even more so, the shop front in Kilburn itself. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Yusuf, for your time again, and it was a great interview. Can't wait for the next drop.
Thank you. Take care. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. So yes, thank you again very much, Yusuf, for that interview. I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope the discount, remember the discount, it's Crystal 20. And when you go into the website, it will hopefully save you from having to spin the wheel several times to get the discount code that you want. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go onto the website and have a look for yourselves. Just to say, his new fabric drop, which we got a sneak peek of in the interview, that is going to drop, I believe, 6 p.m. this Friday. He will put an ad and a countdown on his Insta stories. So please do check that out. Also, just to say that the fabrics do go very quickly because the shop is very popular and the fabrics are gorgeous and the prices are amazingly low as well. So if you do like anything on his Insta stories, and obviously get on there on the website at 6 p.m. to be the first one to pick from those lovely fabrics. Also, I'd just like to say that Yusuf is also one of our lovely sponsors for Selfless Sew April 22, which I'm co-hosting with Adele from Sofa Serenity, and he is offering a generous voucher of £40 for one of the lucky winners of this challenge. And just to update on the challenge, please do only post your makes, your selfless makes, on the 30th of April under Selfless Sew April 22, and any work in progress photos or anything else related to the challenge, you're more than welcome to post that on Selfless So April 22 whip for work in progress. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. To all my new viewers, thank you very much for popping by. To all my returning viewers, thank you so much for returning. If you do like the content of my vlogs and you haven't yet subscribed, please do kindly consider liking and subscribing. And in the meantime, I hopefully will see you next time. Friday Sews coming up on Friday. And if you do again like the contents of my vlog, please do have a look at my channel for my previous vlogs to keep you company when you're sewing or when you just have some free time to watch a vlog or two. Thank you so much. Bye bye.